classes. Okay. Till now we have seen endoplasmic and the Golgi. They have the role which is depending on each other. In today's class, we will be seeing how the lysosome and vacuoles are also related to the Golgi and the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. So now we will see the next heading is lysosomes. Lysosomes. In the last class, we have learned about the role of the ER, it is a rough ER and the smooth ER. Smooth ER make lipids and that got modified in the Golgi. Rough ER make proteins that too also get modified in the Golgi, and then they are used further by the cells or they are sent outside the cell. Okay. So now what about the lysosomes? The lysosome also formed from the Golgi apparatus. Okay, it's very interesting thing. Lysosomes also formed from the Golgi. For example, see, if this is the Golgi apparatus, one vesicle will form like this. Vesicles will form from the Golgi. And these vesicles, we have given the name lysosomes. It's nothing, it's very easy. You don't have to confuse yourself that how these are broken down from the Golgi. They are the part of the Golgi, only they are broken from the Golgi and they have made the vesicles. You don't have to go in such a deep knowledge because only NEET, they will be only asking you this much, that how lysosomes are formed. Lysosomes are formed from the Golgi apparatus. That's it. Your role is over. Okay. See, this is the lysosomes. They are the part of Golgi. Always remember why I am saying this again and again. They are the part of the Golgi apparatus. They break down from the Golgi. Write it down somewhere in your books. Lysosomes are the part of the Golgi. They are the part of the Golgi. Okay, and you have to remember this part. Okay. Now, they are the part of the Golgi, but always there is one confusion with the students. Okay, in the question, in the NEET, you will be getting the 2 points. I'll tell you. You will be getting the option 1 is the Golgi apparatus, from where these lysosomes are formed. Second, you will be getting the option vesicles. You will always see these 2 options in your NEET if they will talk about the formation of lysosomes. Okay. So you have to remember the steps. What are the steps? First, from this Golgi, something broke down. Okay. Some part of the Golgi has been broken down. Now, what that part has become? These part or these things have become the vesicles. These things has become the vesicles. Now these vesicles will get the hydrolytic enzyme in them. And now they are known as the lysosomes. So, confusion clear? If they ask you the question directly, from where these lysosomes are formed, if they are giving you both the options, the Golgi apparatus or the vesicles, you have to always select the vesicles, because from the Golgi they have been broken down of the some part. But now that some part is known as the vesicles, and that vesicle will be called as the lysosome. So always remember, if they will not give you the option vesicle, then you have to automatically select the Golgi apparatus. If they are giving you both the points, the Golgi and the vesicles, always remember the vesicle is the answer to this question. Okay, no confusion, because these broken parts are known as the vesicles. Now they are not a Golgi, they are already broken. They are the left part from the Golgi apparatus, the broken part. So we are calling them the vesicles. Any confusion in this? Anyone? Any confusion in this? Is this point is clear? Any confusion in this? From where these lysosomes are formed? At least reply, say yes or no.
Ma'am, if Golgi is only given, then Golgi is the option, right? If vesicles is
Yes,
not
the
there,
Golgi. If vesicle is not present in the option, definitely close your eyes and take mark the Golgi. But if the vesicle word is present in the option, you have to select the vesicles, okay? Because from the Golgi, some vesicles are formed. The correct statement. Write it down. From the Golgi, some vesicles are formed. These are the vesicles. Some vesicles are formed from Golgi. Some vesicles are formed. They remain in cell. You can write down in the NCERT book anywhere. It's just a very small point about the lysosome. From Golgi, some vesicles are formed. They remain in cell. They remain in cell. These vesicle contains hydrolytic enzymes, okay? See, I told you these vesicles have the hydrolytic enzymes. You have to remember only the lysosomes. I know it's a 9th standard question. Which vesicle or which organelle have the hydrolytic enzyme in them? The answer is lysosomes. Okay, can you tell me another name of lysosomes?
suicide bag.
Suicidal
Bag
bag.
of the cell.
Okay, suicide bag. Why they are known as suicide bags?
Hydrolytic enzymes can digest the cell.
Okay, they digest. What they digest? But digestion is not the suicide. You are digesting the food. That doesn't mean you are making the food to suicide themselves. Digestion doesn't mean the suicide. Suicide is very different thing. Digestion is very different thing. You eat food, food is getting digested in your alimentary canal. That doesn't mean the food is being doing suicide.
They digest the cell. They kill the cell if it is ruptured.
Yes, very good. Now is the correct explanation. It will kill the cell, and how and why we will discuss. Okay, now the next thing is the about. First we will see the hydrolytic enzymes. If you have made this diagram, everyone, I think in the last class also we have done this diagram. In front of that diagram, just make this lysosomes. It's a continuation. We have to study the vacuole also. It's a continuation. Okay. So now, these are the vesicles present in the cells. Golgi is finished, so no more Golgi. Okay. Now I'm saying they have the hydrolytic enzymes. What is the meaning of hydrolytic enzymes? Can anyone just tell me the meaning of hydrolytic enzymes?
That do hydrolysis.
Okay. Anyone can tell me the meaning of hydrolytic? Anyone just go on. Try. What is the meaning of hydrolytic? No one? Everyone is tired, right? Try. Adarsh, can you tell me what is the meaning of hydrolytic? Okay, what is the meaning of lytic? Lysis. Devi, what is the meaning of hydrolysis or hydrolytic? Farhan, what is the meaning of hydrolytic? What happened to everyone? Greta, what is the meaning of hydrolytic?
Ma'am, they love water.
Love water, that's the hydrophilic.
Okay, so they don't like water. They
That's
are
hydrolytic. What is the meaning of lytic here? Okay, just tell me the meaning of lytic.
Breakdown.
Breakdown, very good. It's a breakdown, very good. Now, what is the meaning of hydro?
Ma'am, it's to break the bond with water.
Very good. They break down anything with the help of the water. That means they are the hydrolytic enzymes. If they will break anything in the cell or anything, whatever comes in their path, they will break them with the help of the water. That's why the name is given hydrolytic. Always remember, hydro, always, forever, is the water. Lysis, lytic means breaking down. So what was the confusion here? Let me read the chats. Lytic means break. Yes. Reaction of water with other substance. Yes, Umehani. Now, if we are calling them the hydrolytic enzymes, so what all? Okay, you know these are the suicide bag. They kill the things. They have the enzymes in them. I have told you these are the enzymes which use the water for the breaking process or the digestion process. Can you tell me name of the enzymes which are present in the lysosomes? Any name of the enzymes? You know the enzymes? Enzymes name? Can anyone just tell me? Okay, I will. Okay, lysozyme. Okay, lysozyme. Anything else? Just write them in
Lipase.
chat. What? Can you repeat?
Lipase.
It's lipase. Okay. It's lipase. It's nucleases. Okay. It's nucleases. Okay. Go on, students. Amylase, protease. Okay. Very good. Protease, amylase, phospholipase. Very good. Very good. So, all in together, the lysosome contains almost 50 enzymes. 50 enzymes are present. You have to remember this. How many enzymes are present in lysosomes? 50 enzymes are present. Why? Because lysosome has the very special role, okay? How? Suppose if the bacteria enters in the cell, okay? If it's not the macrophage, if it's not the neutrophil, how the cell will protect themselves? The lysosomes will help the cell to protect themselves from the bacteria. Okay, if you want to write it down, just quickly note it down roughly. I have to rub this part. Lysozyme, lipase, nuclease, protease, phospholipase, amylase. See here now. Suppose there is one bacteria entered in the cell, okay? This is the lysozyme. One bacteria entered in the cell, okay? This pen is not visible. I will use the other blue pen. See, this is the bacteria. Now the cell is in danger. How? Because the bacteria can be pathogenic in nature and it will can kill the cell, okay? The bacteria, the nature of bacteria, if they are pathogenic in nature or whatever their nature is, if they enter the cell, they will definitely kill the cell. So what the lysosome will do? The lysosome will walk towards him so swiftly and they will make the amoeboid movement. What is amoeboid movement? Like this. Like this, they will try to engulf the bacteria. Now, after some time, they will engulf the bacteria inside them. And once they engulf, all the hydrolytic enzyme will work on that bacteria, and that bacteria will be killed by the lysosome. The very important role of the lysosomes. Is this clear? This mechanism is clear? This mechanism is clear, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There is one more thing. What will happen? See, this is the one process where the amoeboid movement happened. Okay. Sometimes the bacteria or the virus never enter in the cell. We leave the virus. Bacteria enter in the cell. Okay. So that bacteria is stronger. Okay. One hydrolytic or one lysosome is not sufficient. So what will happen? Suppose the bacteria entered into the cell, okay? Bacteria entered into the cell. Now what will happen? All the lysosomes, will come and attach to this bacteria. Don't think it's a flower, okay? And what they will do? They will release their hydrolytic enzymes on the bacteria, and then they will be killing the bacteria. This is the another phenomena, another sequence of this step which is done by the lysosome. So it's a particular thing. The lysosomes are here to kill the bacteria, because bacteria is the pathogen in nature which can affect the cells. Now, the second thing, suppose the cell, there are many mitochondria in this cell, okay? There are the many mitochondria, because the mitochondria divide by its own self, and they will make their copies on its own. They don't need anything else to make their copies. They are involved in the cellular respiration. Now, one mitochondria is not performing the function. Now, cell is in the tension. The one mitochondria is not performing the function. So now the cell will give signal. This is the lysosome. Sorry, my God, I don't know what is happening. This is the lysosomes. Now the cell will give signal to lysosome. Please kill this bacteria, kill this mitochondria. This mitochondria is not working properly. So now the lysosome will go near to this mitochondria, and they will engulf the mitochondria. After the engulfing, the same thing will happen. They will just kill the mitochondria. This is the two functions of the lysosomes. First, they kill the bacteria. Second, if any organelle in the cell is not working properly, that is also digested by the lysosomes, okay? It can be the mitochondria, the plastids, the ribosomes, anything, okay? Whatever is not working properly, they will digest that part. But till now, we have not seen the process of suicide bag. Where is the suicide? Here, it's the digestion process taking place. They have digested or killed the bacteria. They have digested the mitochondria. So where is the suicide process? Now you will see the process of suicide. These are the lysosomes. Okay, and this is the cell. This is the cell. Now what will happen? This cell is now become old. Okay, now the role is finished. he has reached his highest age, okay? That is hydrolytic enzymes. This cell has become old. Okay, now work is done. Now he don't want to do anything else. He don't want to live. Or one more situation, the cell has been affected by any pathogen. You can say the viruses or anything else. And now cell is not able to survive for long. So now one question from my side. What will happen to cell if one lysosome will burst? What will happen to cell if one lysosome will burst? Only if one or two lysosome will burst, what will happen to cell? That's my question. Think. Lysosome pH is the acidic. Okay, always remember the pH is acidic because the enzymes which is present in the lysosomes, for their working, they need the acidic pH. Always remember this point. Enzymes present inside the lysosomes, they need the acidic environment for their work. So what is the pH of cell? Can anyone just tell me the pH of cell? Can anyone tell me the pH of cell? Is this acidic, neutral, or anything else? Anaga, what is the pH of cell?
Acidic.
Acidic. Okay, Anaga is saying the pH of cell is cell. I'm not talking about the lysosomes. The pH of cell. Lena, the
Ma'am,
pH
it's
of cell.
almost.
Cell is alkaline.
Ma'am, it's
Alkaline.
neutral.
Alkaline. Fran is saying it's neutral. Okay. Anything else? Always remember the cell pH is neutral, not alkaline, not acidic, because there are many things working inside the cell. Not only one or two things, many things working inside the cell. Some wants alkaline, some wants acidic. So the cell is the neutral part. Okay, I will become the neutral, do whatever you want to do now. Always remember the pH of cell is the neutral. Always remember this very basic thing. Now answer me. The lysosomes burst, one or two lysosomes burst in the cell by mistake, okay? By mistakes, okay? And they are acidic in nature. So what will happen to the cell? Will the cell burst or the cell will remain intact? Think. If you will not think, you will not able to solve the questions. Think, what will happen to cell if one or two lysosomes will burst?
Ma'am, the cell will burst.
Fran is saying the cell will burst. Greta, what are your points?
Yes, ma'am.
The cell will burst, okay. Alan, Alvin,
The cell will burst.
The enzymes won't be activated since the medium is neutral.
okay. Alvin, what is your answer?
Yes, ma'am. The cell will be destroyed.
Cell will be destroyed, okay, fine. Maximum is saying the cell is destroyed, while the Alan is saying the cell will, nothing will happen because the neutral is the medium inside the cell. See, if only one or two lysosomes will burst by mistake, nothing will happen to cell. Because cell is a neutral, okay? So the neutral part will manage the some amount of acidity, acidic level, some amount of will be managed by cell. But if all the vesicles, all the lysosomes will burst at a single point, listen the word very carefully, all the lysosomes burst in the cell at the same point, then the cell will be destroyed. Because now if all lysosomes burst together, now the neutral pH will turn into the acidic one, and now all the enzymes got their medium to work and they will destroy the cell, and that is known as the suicide of the cell. How this suicide is being activated? Two reasons. Either the cell is affected by the pathogen. Second, the cell has reached its age and now its role is over. Then it signals the lysosomes, please kill me. My role is finished now. I don't have to live, because if I will alive, all the functions will be here and there. I am not capable of doing my exact function. So in that case, the lysosomes will listen the cell and will kill the cell. Means the cell has done the suicide here. That's why they are known as the suicide bag. Only when the cell will tell the lysosomes or the cell is affected by the pathogens. Any doubt?
Ma'am, like mitochondria, if the lysosomes also, like if it stops its function, then it can be digested by another lysosome.
Lysosomes don't have any particular functions. They are here for just for the digestion processes. They only having the hydrolytic enzymes in them and nothing else. No other functions they are doing. So I think there are no chances the lysosome will stop working, because they are not working. They are just acting. Whatever is cell giving them the message.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone else? Any doubt? Any doubt? See, now just read your NCERT, page number 134. Lysosomes, second point, you have to mark. Isolated lysosomal vesicle. See, they have also given the word vesicle. That's why I told you if the question will come, first option is vesicle, second choice will be the Golgi apparatus, okay? The isolated lysosomal vesicles have been found to be very rich in almost all type of hydrolytic enzymes. Now in your NCERT, only 3 enzymes they have given: the lipases, the proteases, and the carbohydrases. The lipase, lipid; protease, protein; carbohydrates means carbohydrate. That's it. And they are the acidic pH. You have to remember all these points. And these are the very basic points which we are learning from the 9th class. So maybe they can ask the question on how they are called as suicide bags, which organelle will work when the bacteria enters inside the cell. You have to remember the points. If they are not talking about the macrophages and neutrophils, think what they are trying to ask is this question. Maybe the answer will be the lysosomes. So you have to remember the few points what we have discussed in the class. Any doubt till now? Cell will be damaged. How, ma'am, how does lysosome creates an acidic environment? Lena, they don't create acidic environment. The enzymes are present already. They are creating the acidic environment, not the lysosome creating. The enzymes which are present there, they are maintaining the acidic environment. Like the cell is maintaining the neutral environment, okay, for their organelles to work. That's how the lysosomes, the enzymes are creating that acidic pH, because they are the hydrolytic enzymes. They are very dangerous enzymes. Their role is to kill someone, bacteria, cell, mitochondria, any organelle. So they will only work when they are having the acidic pH. Any doubt in lysosomes? Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, in the textbook, they've given, ma'am, optimally activate at the acidic pH, ma'am. I didn't understand.
Optimally active acidic pH means if the cell burst, if the lysosome burst, if 1 or 2 lysosome will burst, the cell pH is neutral. Enzymes will not be activated. By neutral is more, acidic is less. So enzymes will not have that acidic pH to start their functions. When all the lysosomes will burst at the same point, then they will get the acidic
Okay,
pH,
ma'am.
then the cell will be digested or dead by the lysosomes. Now clear? Clear, Greta?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Anyone? Any doubt? That's why I told you only 1 or 2 lysosomes will do nothing to cell, because the cell is a huge neutral pH. To kill the cell, all the lysosomes have to be burst at the same point, so that they create or they overcome the neutral pH by creating the acidic pH, and then only the enzymes will work, because these are the acidic enzymes. They will only work when they have the acidic medium or the acidic environment is present. Any doubt, you can ask me. I'm starting the vacuoles now. Now we will be starting the vacuoles, page number 134. Okay, where you see the vacuoles? In which type of cells?
Plant cell.
Plant cell, ma'am.
And animal cell.
Okay,
Yes,
anywhere
ma'am,
else?
but large vacuoles are seen in plant cells.
Plant cell.
Okay, anywhere else? Okay, first is the plant cell. Anywhere else you can see this vacuole? First is plant cells. Second? Anyone else? Any other point? Can we say amoeba? Amoeba. Okay, first of all, amoeba is prokaryote or amoeba is eukaryote? I'm so confused. Amoeba is prokaryote or amoeba is eukaryote? What is the amoeba? Tell me. Ryan, tell me. Amoeba is prokaryote or amoeba is eukaryote? Okay, let me see the chat box. Okay. Okay. I want the answer from everyone. Okay. 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 Students, those are saying it's a prokaryote. How you define the prokaryote? What are the features of prokaryotes? We have discussed the prokaryotes, right? Can you tell me any one basic feature of the prokaryote? They are unicellular, okay. Anything else? The feature of prokaryote, very important feature of prokaryote. No well-defined nucleus, okay. See, I will tell you. I got the mixed answer. Lack membrane bound organelles, okay. Okay. Amoeba. All of you now just pay attention. I will make the structure of amoeba, then answer, okay? I make the structure of amoeba like this. Now amoeba is now amoeba is now Always remember, I know students are confused that they are the prokaryotes, they are the unicellular, they are the eukaryotes, but amoeba, the correct option is they are the unicellular eukaryotes, because they have the well-defined nucleus, they have the vacuoles. So amoeba is the eukaryote. That too, the unicellular. Always remember, okay? If you want, you can write it down. Bacteria is the prokaryote. Bacteria is prokaryote, but the amoeba is the eukaryote. They have the highly organized structure. The amoeba have the highly organized structure. Please note it down these points. They are the highly organized. They are highly organized, and if they will talk about the bacteria, then you have to say it's a 100% for sure prokaryotes, because we have learned about the bacteria. Please now note it down. Eukaryotes and the highly organized, because they have the nucleus, they have the vacuoles, they are having the organelles in them. Okay, so now first we will see the vacuole in the plant cell, because in animal cell we don't have the vacuoles, only the plant cell have the vacuoles. Plant cell have vacuoles, plant cell have the cell wall. Animal cell, no cell wall, no vacuole. No need to make diagram, okay? I will give you time to make the diagram. See, in the plant cell, 90% of the space is covered by the vacuole, a huge number. You have to remember the 90% space is contained by the occupied by the vacuole. See, this is the vacuole. Rest all the organelles will shift here, okay? Because the vacuole is the major organelle which is playing the very important role in the plant cell. Always remember, plant cell. Now, what are the role of, okay, fine. First question is, I told you that this is the part of the endomembrane system, okay? I told you this is a part of endomembrane system, like the lysosomes, like the Golgi. Now, how come this is a part of endomembrane system? Can anyone just guess the answer? Endomembrane system consists of 4 organelles: the ER, Golgi, lysosomes, and the vacuoles. They are interlinked with each other. Means some of the other they are linked to one another. Like lysosomes are formed from the vesicles, which are breakdown from the Golgi. So how come this vacuole is having the endomembrane system structure? Why? How? This is the different organelle. Can anyone just tell me? Can anyone just tell me why or how? No answer. Okay. Quickly write it down. Near the vacuoles. As a plant, when cell matures, as a plant, when cell mature, provacuole, provacuole From the Golgi complex, as the plant cell matures, provacuole from the Golgi complex fuses to form sap vacuole. Fuses to form sap vacuole at the center of cell. At the center of cell. See now, this organelle is also formed from the Golgi apparatus. Okay. No one will ask you the question that how this vacuole is formed. I have just given you the one point because to satisfy you, yes, this is also the part of the endomembrane system. They are also formed from the Golgi apparatus. It's for your knowledge, but no one is asking you any question that how it is formed from the Golgi. No one will ask you about the provacuoles. Okay, no one will ask you about anything else regarding what we are going to study now. Okay, so now this point is justified that vacuole is a part of endomembrane system and it also formed from the Golgi apparatus. But this line is important. Vacuole is formed from the Golgi apparatus. Questions, I don't think so that question will come on this point, but still if you can remember, just remember these points. Lysosomes, vesicle, and those vesicles are also the part of the Golgi which got the breakdown from the Golgi. Vacuoles, again the Golgi apparatus. Okay, so see, everything is interlinked. Endomembrane, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, and the lysosomes and the vacuole. So all these four are the part of endomembrane system. Now, what is the role of vacuole in the plant? Can anyone tell me? Anyone can tell me the role of vacuole? In the 9th class, I think you had studied, or even 10th class also. Role of vacuole. They act as a storage organ.
Stores the excretory products and all.
Yes, they store. Very good. They store. They act as a storage organ. Anything else? They gave shape to the plant. Yes or no? Yes. They gave shape to the plant. Yes. Anything else? Anything else for the vacuoles? Okay, fine. We will discuss the part. Okay, yes, Alvin, they are acted as storage. Okay, now we will discuss the structure. Nothing to discuss about the structure. Vacuole only contain the single membrane that is known as the tonoplast. You have to remember the word tonoplast. Tonoplast, vacuole, how you will remember? Remember like this. This vacuole is responsible for the providing shape, the structure to this plant cell. They are toning the body of plant cell. Toning the body means they are having the tonoplast membrane. So remember like this. Shape, definite structure to the plant cell. Toning the body of plant cell. So toning means the tonoplast. Okay, you will remember like this. Plant vacuole, toning means they contain the tonoplast, and that is the single membrane. See, all the endomembrane system, all the four parts, they all are the single membrane. Remember these things. Not the mitochondria. Endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi, lysosomes, and the vacuole. Single membrane. You have to remember these small things. Single membrane system. Okay, now Brijita is entering. Okay, now Vacuole membrane is tonoplast because they are responsible for the toning of the plant cell. Now, what they contain? They can contain the cell sap. Okay. They can, yes, they contain the cell sap. Definitely they store the cell sap. They store the ions. They store ions. How they store the ions? See, if the potassium will increase in the cell, what they will do? They will do the active transport and they will just keep them inside the cell. Now, if they have to store the, what can be stored? Chlorine ion. They will store. They have to store the water, H2O. They will just give to the vacuole. Keep on storing. Keep on storing. You are for this particular work. They have the waste material which is not required by the plant. So that will be also stored by the vacuole. Like this. Now the waste material. Waste material inside the cell. Now they also have the pigments in them. It's a very important point. Listen very carefully. You see the colors in the flower. How that color is coming from the flower. Have you ever thought about this? How the flower is getting this yellow, red, pink, purple, black, white, and so many colors in them? Because of this vacuole. The vacuole is responsible for having the pigments. The pigment accumulation take place in the vacuole. Very important point. Third is the waste. And the fourth is pigments. Pigments accumulation. It's a very important point. Pigment accumulation. Write it down. Anthocyanin is the blue pigment. Why? Because see, the 90% of the cell in the plant is covered by the vacuole. If they are having any color pigment, that pigment will be seen, right? Because 90% of the cell is having that pigment. So this pigment is visible because the vacuole is having that pigment in them. So that's why we are able to see the colors in the flowers. Because of this pigment accumulation in the vacuole. Anthocyanin, A-N-T-H-O, anthocyanin, blue pigment. Write it down. A-N-T-H-O, anthocyanin, C-Y-A-N-I-N-E. It's responsible for blue pigment, not the red one. Blue pigment. If there is accumulation of anthocyanin, the color which will be visible is the blue color. Note it down, anthocyanin. Carotenoids, lycopene. These are the some other names which you can easily listen or you can read. Lycopene, L-Y-C-O-P-E-N-E, lycopene, L-Y-C-O-P-E-N-E, lycopene. These are also the pigments. Anthocyanin is pigments. Carotenoids is the pigment. Beta cyanin, B-E-T-A, beta, C-Y-A-N-I-N-S, beta cyanin. These all the pigments. Lycopene, beta cyanin, these are responsible for the red color. Lycopene and beta cyanin responsible for the red color. Anthocyanin, they are responsible for the blue color.
What is after lycopene?
It's beta cyanin, B-E-T-A, beta, B-E-T-A, cyanins, beta cyanins. It's of red color. You have to remember these names. Okay, the pigments responsible accumulation in the vacuoles. What will happen? You will see the colors in flowers. You are seeing the color. Always remember. Next time you see the flower colorful, remember the vacuole is having those pigments. That's why you are able to see the colors, the pigmentation, the pigment accumulation. Vacuole. 90% is covered by the vacuole, so you can easily see the colors. You can easily see the pigments. Important point. Definitely a neat question. Okay, now the last thing about the plant vacuole is, as the vacuole size increases due to the accumulation of water, ions, waste material, the cell size will also increases, and the cell size increases means the plant size will increase. I will repeat, the vacuole size is increasing because of the accumulation of the ions, accumulation of the water, accumulation of the waste products, everything is getting accumulated in the vacuole. So the vacuole size is increasing. Vacuole size will increase, the cell size will increase, cell size will increase, the plant size will increase. Clear? Any problem in this? If the vacuole size will increase, cell size will increase. Cell size will increase, the plant size will increase. Okay, so what is written in your NCERT? Let me read. Contains the water cell, tonoplast. Okay. 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 Fine. Now I have one question for you. Two questions actually. This cell sap. Just tell me about this cell sap. Is this cell sap is similar to the cytoplasm present in the cell, or it's a different from the cytoplasm? Cell sap. Cell sap, which is present in the vacuole, is similar to the cytoplasm, which is present in the cell, or it is different from the cytoplasm. I want the answers, students. Please write it down in chats. I'm waiting. I will not start the mitochondria if you will not respond. My question is, the cell sap, which is present in the vacuole, is similar as of the cytoplasm which is present in the cell, or they both are different? Gaurika, write down your answer. Greta, Anaga, Emil, Alan, Munera, Trevor, Ryan, Lena, Umehani, Farhan, Priyadarshini, write down your answers. Fuad, write down your answer.
Ma'am, could you repeat the question, ma'am?
My question is, the cell sap which I have written in here, the cell sap, will it have the similar structure of the cytoplasm which is present inside the cell, or the cell sap and the cytoplasm are two different liquids? Okay, I got only three answers. Cell sap and cytoplasm are similar, or cell sap or cytoplasm are different? See, there is one question in NEET on this. That's why I'm discussing this. Yes, Emil, my question is, cell sap which is present in the vacuole is similar to the cytoplasm which is present inside the cell, or they both are different from each other? Okay, everyone. Okay. Alan, Alvin, write down your answers. Farhan, write down your answer. The structure may different. Alan,
Ma'am, I did right.
I am not talking about
Ma'am,
the
I did
structure.
write the answer.
Okay. I'm not talking about the structure. I'm talking about the liquid material, the cell sap and the cytoplasm. Are they similar or are they different? Farhan, okay. Okay, you have done the answer. Okay, everyone? All well? Okay, Siddharth? Okay. Okay. See, always remember, many of the students have given the correct answer. The cell sap is totally different from the cytoplasm. There is no comparison. Cytoplasm is something very different. Cytoplasm is a liquid or the fluid in which the organelles are present for their working. But in the cell sap, no organelles is present, right? The waste product is present, the pigments are present, ions are present, water is present. So how can it be similar to cytoplasm? Always remember, cytoplasm and cell sap, two different things. They are not similar. Never ever they can be similar. Never. So just write it down. Cell sap and the cytoplasm are different. Okay. With this, we have finished the plant cell, and now we will see the vacuole in the amoeba. It's a 2-minute points. 2 minute, yes. Okay, now we will be seeing the amoeba. In your book, amoeba is given? Yes, it's a contractile vacuole and the food vacuole. Okay. In your book, only 2 vacuoles are given in the amoeba. That is the contractile vacuole and the food vacuole. See, food vacuole is nothing. You know, everyone. This is the amoeba. Now he is hungry. He wants food. What he will do? He will search the food. Where is my food? So now he got the food. Fortunately, he got the food. So what he will do? He will start doing like this. Remember amoeboid movement in the lysosomes? Start doing like this. Now, after some time, this is the structure of amoeba. Now they have engulfed the food. Now the food is inside them. And this is known as the food vacuole. Nothing. It's a food vacuole. Nothing. Simple structure. Now amoeba will eat the food. It will just absorb all the nutrient, everything. And when the waste product has been left, now this food vacuole will move inside the amoeba and they will reach the membrane and they will just throw out the waste material. Simple. This is the amoeboid movement for the food vacuole. Any doubt here? No doubt, right? I think it's a very easy thing. In the 8th class, you have studied this. I don't know why they have given the 11th class. Now we will see the contractile vacuole. It's again a simple thing. The amoeba, imagine the amoeba, the single cell organism living in the water. What will happen? If the amoeba, like this, is living in the water, inside the water, what will happen? The fresh water. The water will start going inside the amoeba because of the osmosis, higher concentration to the lower concentration, remember? So what amoeba will do? Amoeba will start making the vacuoles like this, where they will store the water. Where they will store the water. And after some times, they will remove the water. The water is removed. That's it. This is the contractile vacuole. Nothing. It's so simple. Amoeba, the contractile vacuole is important for the osmoregulation and the excretion. Osmoregulation means maintaining the balance in the body. Imagine if the water is coming inside and inside and inside and inside and inside, because outside it's the water, the fresh water, higher concentration. Inside the amoeba, no water or the less water, lower concentration. From the higher to the lower, osmosis will start taking place. Now, how the amoeba will save them? By the help of this contractile vacuole. Osmoregulation, regulating the process of osmosis. Osmoregulation and the excretion. See, this is the excretion and this is the osmoregulation. Only these two types are given in your books. And with this, we have completed the endomembrane system. Any doubt? Any doubt till now? No doubts. Such an headache, right? We have to study 11th class. We have to study for NEET. But always remember, I only want 15 minutes on your weekend. 15 minutes on Friday, 15 minutes on Saturday. That's it. If you will punctual, then 90 questions are definitely in favor. Okay, now one more from this 90 questions. See, the pattern of the test. Now I have to give you 45 questions each time, okay? Some of the parents have requested that maintain the one balance. Like if you're giving the 45, then keep on giving the 45 questions. So then we have discussed, we will not decrease your question because the physics and chemistry, they are the less part, the 45 questions. In the NEET, biology is of 90 questions, then we will be giving the 45 question each time. Okay. Are the food vacuoles temporary, like they will found? Yes, they are the temporary ones. Even the contractile vacuoles are temporary ones because they are only formed when they need them. Okay, and they are formed because of some particular process, particular working for absorbing the food, nutrition, the food vacuole, for maintaining the osmoregulation, the contractile vacuole. So they are not the permanent one; they are the temporary things. Okay, Lina? Okay. Now we will start the mitochondria. Very important and very interesting part of our cell. See, everyone is having mitochondria. And what the mitochondria are doing? They are doing the cellular respiration, the energy which you are getting. How you are getting energy? Not because of the food, because of the mitochondria producing the ATPs. Mitochondria producing the energy for you. Because that energy is used by the cell and cell are performing their functions and your body is working properly. Each and everything is on the place. You are not feeling tired. I know you are feeling tired because of the classes, okay, of the hectic schedule. That's a different thing. Mitochondria is not responsible for that thing, okay. So now we will be studying the mitochondria, okay. And now there is one interesting thing about the mitochondria is, have you ever thought that many main organelles which are doing such an important work like the endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic, smooth endoplasmic, the Golgi, even the lysosomes, the vacuoles, even the vacuole for the plant cell, the vacuole is very important. 90% of part is about the vacuole. So have you ever thought why the mitochondria is the double membrane layer? Why? Have you ever thought about this? Also present with the nucleus, with the chloroplast. They also have the two membrane. Okay. Now few more things. Mitochondria have the ribosomes. Yes or no? Do they have ribosomes?
Yes.
Okay. They have their own DNA. Yes or no? Yes or no? They have their DNA, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If they have ribosomes, they have DNA, they do have the RNAs, they have the protein. Everything is present with the mitochondria. Okay. You have seen the ribosomes, I have told you, are of two types, right? In the prokaryotes, they are the 70S. In the eukaryotes, we will see it's a 80S ribosomes. Can anyone just tell me in the mitochondria which ribosomes are present? Any idea? Try. Any idea? In the mitochondria, we have the ribosomes, okay? Which ribosomes are present? They are 70S ribosomes or they are the 80S ribosomes? Any idea? Devi, are you in the class? Okay, Ryan is saying it's a 70S. Trevor is saying it's 80. Okay, Adit is saying it's 80. Okay, go on, students. I want to know. 70, 70. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, Trevor. Okay. Emil, can you explain why they have the 70S? Why you said they are 70S? They are the eukaryotes. They are present in the eukaryotes. And I told you just now the eukaryotes have the 80S. Then why you are saying it's a 70S? Can you
Ma'am,
explain?
I'm not sure. Actually, in eukaryotes it's 80 and prokaryotes it's 70, so I'm not sure. Just give me this.
Okay, fine. Then Alvin, can you tell me why it's 70S? Alvin?
Yes, miss. Just guessed it, miss. Don't know.
Guessed it, okay. Alan, you also guessed it? Okay. Greta, can you explain me why it's 70S?
Ma'am,
Yes.
in my opinion, it will be 80S, ma'am.
Okay, it's 80S. Okay, why? Okay, fine. It's a eukaryote and it's a 80S. Very good. Okay. Yes, Alan, you wanted to say something?
Ma'am, yeah, I'm not sure of the reason.
Okay, ma'am, we have read in the book, right? The book is saying it's a 70S, so we have told you it's a 70S. But yes, they have the 70S ribosomes, which are present in the prokaryotes. These are the feature of prokaryotes. No eukaryote will have the 70S ribosome. Why? Why they have the 70S if they are the part of eukaryotic cells? Okay. For a minute, just keep all your books and copy aside and try to observe these things. Try to observe. They have ribosomes. They have their own DNA. They have their own RNA. They have their own proteins. Ribosomes, that to the 70S. So can you say that maybe it's an organelle or maybe it's a cell itself? A one single cell, a unicellular. If you talk about the prokaryotic cells, they have one cellular DNA. Yes, they have. They have ribosomes, 70S. Yes. They have the proteins. Yes, because they have the ribosomes. They have the RNA. Yes. So can we say it's a one single cell we are talking about? Can you see from here? All the things are present which are responsible for the formation of one single cell. Yes or no? Everything is present here which is required by a single cell to perform their functions and live the life easily. Do you agree with me? Yes or no? You can say, you can justify, you can just argue with me. No, ma'am, we don't. Yes, ma'am, we agree. Do you agree with me? These are the features of one single cell. We can say mitochondria as a cell in a cell. In our cell, there is one more cell, the mitochondria. Yes or no? If you don't agree with me, you can say no, ma'am. Maybe I'm just bluffing. What happened? Not interested? Ma'am, what should we do if this is a cell? See, according to a theory, that is the endosymbiotic theory, there is a theory which is known as the endosymbiotic theory. According to that theory, there are two organelles, the mitochondria and the chloroplast. Ages ago, these were the unicellular prokaryotes. Interesting fact, right? Ages ago, they were the unicellular cells, the prokaryotic cells. That's why they have the ribosomes of 70S. They were the prokaryotic cells. Ages ago, we have the proof. They have their own DNA. They have their own RNA, their own protein, even the ribosomes, that too of 70S. How come? Because they were the prokaryotic cells. Same for the chloroplast. Chloroplast is also a double membrane. See, here also it's a double membrane. Here also a double membrane. Remember the mesosomes? They are also having the infold of the membrane. There also the membrane is enfolded. Okay, see, the structure is similar to the mesosomes. So they are having all the features which are exact copy of the prokaryote cells. And this proof the endosymbiotic theory, which is telling us, yes, mitochondria and the chloroplast ages ago was the prokaryote cells. Okay. Now the question is that if they are the prokaryote cell, then what the hell they are doing in our body? The prokaryotic cells, how they are present in our cell? How? Endosymbiotic theory. Endosymbiotic theory. Just speak this word. Endosymbiotic means the scientists think that there is one big cell which engulfed the mitochondria. Okay, according to the scientists, not according to the me. Okay, I have no role in increasing your syllabus. Seriously, honestly, no role. They are telling us that there was a one big cell which engulfed the mitochondria inside them. Okay, fine. Mitochondria was okay, fine. I will stay inside your cell now, but I have few conditions. I will have my own DNA. I will have my own RNA. I will have my own protein, and even I will have my own ribosomes, that to the 70S. Next condition, I will divide myself. I don't have to do anything with the cell division. It's my choice, my wish. I will do my replication process. I will divide on its own. You don't have to do anything for me. But I will stay inside you. But then this cell asked, why I will keep you then? If you are doing everything for yourself, then what is the use of keeping you inside me? Okay, then there is a mutual contract between them. Okay, fine. I will do the aerobic respiration for you. I will form the ATP for you, which you can use for their function. So this was the contract signed between these two things, the main big cell and the small prokaryotic cells. Endo, inside, symbiotic. The symbiotic, two things are living with the help of each other. Symbiotic in nature. Endosymbiotic theory. This is the theory given by the scientists on the proof that mitochondria and the chloroplast were the prokaryotic cells the ages ago, which was engulfed by the big cells. And then they are just living inside each other with happily forever, and they are just doing role for each other. Mitochondria doing cellular respiration and cell is not interfering in his role. Is this theory is clear to you? Symbiotic, endosymbiotic theory is clear? Any doubt in endosymbiotic theory? Hello? Say yes or no. Everyone is sleeping in class. Ma'am, we are sleeping. What about your theory? We have our own theories. Any doubt in this endosymbiotic theory? If yes, we can discuss in this class. No doubt. Everything is clear.
Ma'am, can you explain the theory again?
Okay, fine. Anything apart from this explaining the theory again? Ma'am, who gave this theory? Okay. Who gave this theory? Okay. Any other questions? Who gave the theory? Ma'am, what is the theory? Any other doubts?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, how is chloroplast related to this, ma'am?
Okay, I'll tell you. Chloroplast. Okay, fine. This is the interesting question. I will just explain the theory again regarding the chloroplast. Okay.
Okay.
See. And the scientist's name was, I guess it's the Ivan Valens. I think, I'm not sure it's the it's the Ivan, Ivan, it's Villan, I think so. I have to cross check, but I'm sure 20%, I'm not sure, 80%, I think he is the scientist. Okay, yes, it's a Valin, okay, Valin, okay. Okay, Alan told me, it's a Valin. Yes, he is the scientist who gave this theory, okay? See, if I can remember these names from my 11th class, then you can also remember these names till you will teach or till you become the doctors. 16 or 17 years after. Okay, see. Why, ma'am? You don't want to remember? Alvin? You don't want to remember the names? Fine. Okay, see. Quickly we will see because we don't have much time. Chloroplast. Mitochondria. And the big cell. Okay. If you see the structure of chloroplast, they are again the double membrane structure. They have their own DNA, they have their own RNA, they have their own ribosomes, they have the proteins. Chloroplast also have the same thing which is having the mitochondria. The similar thing is with the mitochondria. They have their own DNA, their own RNA, protein and the ribosomes. Both are having the 70S ribosomes. 70S ribosomes, 70S ribosomes. So the scientist said that there is definitely a theory that one big cell engulfed these cells. These were the prokaryotic cells because no other organelle in our cell have the DNA, have the RNA, have the protein, have the ribosomes, and they are dividing with the help of the binary fission. No other organelle is doing such functions. So scientists thought if only these two organelles are doing this thing, so maybe there are some problem, some issue is there. If they can do, then why can't the Golgi apparatus do? Why can't the endoplasmic reticulum do? Why can't the nucleus do? They have the DNA, and even though they have the protein also, ribosomes attached on them. Why can't they divide with the help of the binary fission? Why they have to depend on the cell for the divisions? Why they have to replicate on a particular time only? Why? Then the scientists justified some points like, okay, they tested the ribosomes Both are having the 70S ribosomes. Okay. Then they suggested, okay, let's see the DNA. They have the single DNA, that too a circular DNA. Okay. Now they have the RNA also. They have the protein also. They divide with the help of the binary fissions inside the cell. So the scientists gave this theory that there is a time when a big cell engulfed them inside. And that theory is known as the endosymbiotic theory. On the basis of evidence, the scientists gave the theory. And if the big cell is keeping them, in exchange, they are giving the some of the roles. Chloroplast used for the photosynthesis in the plant cell. Mitochondria used for the cellular respiration in the animal cell. Roles are somewhat similar. They are doing the photosynthesis, making food for the plant, energy for the plant. Mitochondria, cellular respiration, making energy for the eukaryote animal cell. So this is the endosymbiotic theory they have given by the scientist. Endo means inside the cell, symbiotic means they are associated with each other and they are giving in return or exchange, they are giving something to each other. Now clear? The scientist's name is clear, the theory is clear, the chloroplast is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes,
now
ma'am.
any doubt? Endosymbiotic theory, you have to remember the name. Question can easily come because the NEET have the pattern of giving the some of the out of the box question, okay? So it's better to remember, and the year is 1924. Sorry, the year is 1920. We will give the 1920. 1924, I think one book has been written on this. You will write down it's a 1920. Ivan Valens give us this endosymbiotic theory. Endosymbiotic theory. It's nothing. Everything is present in the name. Endosymbiotic, engulfed by big bacteria. Sorry, not the bacteria. By big cell. No one will write the bacteria. By big cell. And that to the eukaryotic cells. Plant cells have the chloroplast. Animal cell has the mitochondria. They are engulfed by the big cells that are the eukaryote cells. And these are the, as per theory, these were the ages ago prokaryotic cells. Ages ago prokaryotic cells. Okay, now I will take the attendance. Everyone, just unmute your mic and please keep on living, okay? Priyadarshini,
Present, ma'am.
you can leave. Thank you. ML,
Present, ma'am.
thank you. Anagha,
Present, ma'am.
thank you. Fuad,
Present.
thank you. Erika,
Present, ma'am.
Adra,
Present, ma'am.
thank you. Ellen,
Present, ma'am.
thank you. Annette,
Present, ma'am.
thank you. Adarsh,
Present, ma'am.
thank you. Farhan,
Present, ma'am.
thank you. Karen,
Present, ma'am.
thank you. Umehani,
Present, ma'am.
thank you. Lina,
Present, ma'am.
thank you. Munera, Alwyn,
Present, ma'am.
thank you. Thank you, Lina. You can leave. Rima, thank you, Rima. Adya,
Present, ma'am. Thank you.
yes, Rima, I know. Thank you, Adya. Greta, thank you. You can
Present,
leave.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Julia, thank you, Julia. You can leave. I know you are present. Okay, next is Devi.
Present, ma'am.
Why you are not responding in class, Devi, today? Are you okay?
Ma'am, I'm not well, ma'am. That's why I had fever.
Okay, then take care. Okay, thank you so much. Take care. Siddharth, Thank you, Siddharth. You can leave. Jijo.
Present, ma'am.
Thank you. Johanna.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Brijitha.
Present, ma'am.
Thank you, Devi. You can take rest. Sarah. Thank you, Brijitha.
Present, ma'am.
Thank you, Sarah. Trevor. Trevor, please go through the recordings, okay? And we will soon we will think of shifting the time, okay? So don't worry. Okay, just go to the recordings.
Okay, thank you.
And if you have any doubt, we can discuss on the Friday also. Okay, thank you, Trevor. Ryan.
Present, ma'am.
Thank you, Ryan. Gorika. Thank you,
Present, ma'am.
Gorika. Thank you so much.